Hello. What's going on? Hello.
Good evening. James isn't here tonight.
No, he's not coming tonight.
You said that was my name now. You said I took his place.
Taking the holiday weekend off.
This is a PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast. I'm Will. Over there, that's Sean. And down there, that is John of the Game Deflators Podcast.
Yes, welcome, John.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me back on.
Yeah, thanks for coming. One half, Ryan couldn't make it, so I don't know if he's watching at home, but if you are, hi Ryan.
I don't think he is. He doesn't like you, Will.
Yeah, I know he doesn't, because I almost took his spot while he was on extended leave there.
Yeah, I think you did 2 episodes with us.
Yeah, 2 episodes. You know, I would have left this program for the Game Deflators.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's still time.
Nah.
We'll disconnect right now. Sean can take the rest of the episode.
Would have freed up my fucking free time.
I mean, because after all, John, you are number 18 of the 70 best gaming podcasts.
That is correct.
What is this,
correct.
dude?
This is a feed spot list that's been going on for some time. They track a lot of the engagement that a lot of podcasts have and downloads and all that good stuff, and it just kind of culminates into an overall top 70.
Yeah, they don't count YouTube, do they?
No,
because it's a podcast. I mean, YouTube technically, yes, podcast, and they have YouTube Music, which is associated to it, but no, I don't think they count views and all that. It's based on your position within traffic on there. It's based on your domain and where you kind of stand on Google and such. There's a lot of other factors tied to it other than just YouTube.
Yeah, I've heard that they track the numbers completely different from like YouTube to like audio, like Apple podcasts, let's say.
Yeah, when we first started looking at that list a few years ago, we were sitting at, I want to say it was like 45 when we first jumped on there, and I mean, cracked the top 20, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely.
You
can put a little gold star on here.
I can, right? Top 20.
Yeah, there you go.
I saw it and I was like, "Oh, what is this bullshit? Where the hell are we?" Like, this is bullshit. This is an outrage. I don't stand for this. But no.
Did you write an angry email to them? Will?
No, it said there's a little thing on top that says submit, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I will not.
We didn't ask to be submitted. We were already on there. I just randomly was doing some research on other podcasts, see like who we might want to partner with on some episodes, and I saw us on there. I was like, oh, okay, kind of random. Cool. Yeah.
Very cool. It's nice to be acknowledged. We get acknowledgement, but we get the acknowledgement of the negative kind. It's pretty fun.
Speaking of negative acknowledgement, we had a little brouhaha with one what the hell's his name? Phil One Up.
Oh yeah.
That
was some fun. That was fun. That was some funny stuff, man.
Yeah, he got a little bent over our use of his our borrowing of his thumbnail, our satirical take on his thumbnail. I did bring some pictures because I do want to share it.
He was a little sensitive. I don't know.
Yeah, he came at me on Twitter. What are you doing? Why didn't you ask my permission? I felt it was coming from a place like I couldn't come up with something creative myself, so I had to steal his crap.
I don't want to trigger him, so I'm using my NPR voice. So
you have an NPR voice.
It's very soothing. Yes,
wasn't aware. Yeah. No, I tried to take more of a middleman approach on that one.
I know he's your friend. You had him on the show a couple times, and
he and the guys at Premium Edition are good guys. So,
well, I gotta say he's pretty lucky. I don't have Twitter, so I would have.
I was yelling at Sean. I was yelling at Sean, both Sean and James, because I'm over here fucking, talking, going back and forth with dickheads on Twitter, which is a fucking mistake number one. And Sean and James are in the background. Tell them this, do this.
Well, and then you made a whole new graphic, and then like, no, fuck you, Will.
Yeah,
bring it out, vote you on it.
I was like, because one guy made a really good.
And we gave him permission to throw us under the bus. It was all good.
One guy made a really good argument, and he was really nice about it. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I'm going to go ahead and change the thumbnail. And then I went and I talked to Sean and James about, no man, fuck that, man. All right, so anyway, here's the thumbnail for last week's show.
I think he's real badass, to be honest.
And that's not Joe. And look, I even was kind enough to
yeah, I mean, you can't tell. You can't tell that that's Phil, but now everyone knows it's Phil because he cried about it on the internet.
I think the argument is mainly the design and structure and such. But I did bring up a good point. I was like, well, technically that artwork is already kind of not owned, right, by either of you.
No.
So and there's Phil. There's the original. Yeah.
And the way I see it, he's a quote unquote public figure, as we are. He puts himself out there. So
what you all should do is a collab.
Yeah.
Boy, I know. I'm
just saying.
I don't know. I don't know if I can deal with it. I mean,
I don't know.
He definitely seems like the kind of guy that thinks that everybody deserves a participation trophy.
And, he's a nice guy. No, I've had a good time with Phil.
Unfortunately, he's wrong on a lot of aspects. He's wrong on his video game collecting takes. He's wrong on what he's doing to destroy this hobby for people.
Should we get involved in this conversation?
Oh yeah.
Is this the dirty secret?
Reprints are going to come. No, the dirty secret is we're hiding you and your presence from your coworker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is why we're not using your last name, John. John.
I want to get into the reprint conversation. I think it'll be fun because we just actually had a conversation on that the other day.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a conversation beat to death, but
it is, yeah. But I mean, there's still a lot of valid points tied to it.
Say hi to Heck and Steve. What's up, Steve?
What up, Steve?
Sabertron's in the chat. What's up,
What up, dude? How you doing?
And that's you. But anyway, no, yeah. So I was going back and forth, and one guy was white knighting for Steve or for Steve for Phil really hard, and
the guy on the copyright information that he linked me to a 3-hour video and expected me to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was that guy.
Yeah, sorry. I told the guy Sean, I was just like, I'm not going to watch a 3-hour video on copyright info. So if you want me to watch a specific part, I'm happy to do it. Just link me to it. But it's middle of the week. I'm not going to sit there for 3 hours, dude.
I saw the screenshots of the conversation. It was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. He had valid points. I mean, everybody did, but
hey, he should be happy that that he got a little recognition for what he's doing and for the community there.
As I said, you guys should collab. Everybody gets
no, because if we collabed, then I would run out of fodder of people to make fun of, and I need to keep those in the back pocket. So.
All right,
we did he left a bad taste in my mouth because when I was doing the PlayStation Collectors podcast with Figsy, he came on, and the whole reason I invited him on is so we could have the VGP reprint conversation, and he led me to believe that he had some inside info. He was he was on the inside track. He came on, we approached the subject, and he's like, just a big fart, just a big human fart, and it was I was like, this fucking jerk off. But anyway, we did get the Kakarot meme out of it. So,
but then he did come out with a video specifically saying that he has reached out to VGP on certain titles. And they have, at least they lead him to believe that he had something to do with it. So he is taking credit for these things. So if he's taking credit for these things, he also has to take the criticism for these things too, because there's two sides of the argument on the whole situation. And it seems like he can't handle the negative side of it. That's why I said, he seems like the person that thinks that everybody deserves a participation trophy in life. And that's unfortunately not true. He should probably go out and maybe get like a job or something. I don't know.
Oh, he's got a job. He works with the guys at Premium and such. So, I mean, like I said, he's a good guy overall. I've enjoyed my time with him.
I know. We're probably making you very uncomfortable talking shit on him.
You probably are. Yeah.
And I apologize. So
we'll be right in the middle.
It was just something that happened. Oh, by the way, Barry, he started following me on Twitter today. I was like, oh, look at that, guy.
Barry's a good guy. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that whole team is great. So we've worked with them for a few years now.
I've had a real good interaction with Premium Edition. We're talking about Premium Edition?
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
No, I mean,
we're not doing pickups, but Oh man, I can't show you here. I got to take off the background, but they sent me a copy of Wife Quest, their retro version. And
nice,
I mean,
nice.
dude, they take good care of the stuff that
I,
they ship out.
dude, I'm still waiting on my copy of that. I mean, that's what I was getting at. They were always really good with shipping all of their stuff. Um,
I
you
mean,
know,
a
I
lot of
had
it's not on them though.
I have all of I have all the Switch releases. But starting with the 3 that came out with during Wife Quest, which was how long ago was that? A year and a half?
As far as I know, Wife
pre-order?
Quest, I'm pretty sure Wife Quest just got in hand with them. Like I just got this like yesterday. It
No,
came
that's
in the
what I
mail to me.
mean. But I mean, the
Yeah.
pre-order went up like a year and a half ago. You know?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's just how it is with somebody. I mean,
yeah,
there's not much they can do to control it, unfortunately. And the thing I like about them, though, is they're super transparent about their updates and process and things that are going on with those games versus
yeah.
some of the other, limited print companies will, all right, here's a pre-order, and then you don't hear anything about it. You got to dig for a list and see what the status is. They're very open with their directs that they do on a, I think,
Well,
like quarterly basis.
I kind of agree with you. I mean, I kind of didn't. I kept forgetting that I ordered those 3 games. I forget what the other 2 games were, and it always pops in my head, going like, "God, did I order that? Did I not order that?" You know, and so I haven't been following if they've been keeping an update going. And I trust that they're going to send us stuff. I'm not sitting here going, "Oh my God, they're a scam. They're not going to," because most people do say stuff like that. What really boggles the hell out of me is I think I have what 4 or 5 PlayStation games on pre-order for them, and there's been like radio silence on all of those. They gets very like, what's going on here with the PlayStation games? They were originally supposed to be out like last January, February, like 3 of them. So,
yeah, I mean, all I would say is just check out their directs. They typically provide an
Yeah.
update on all the games that are,
yeah,
in process and what's happening. And sometimes it's, I think their Sunshine Manor anthology, for example, had a bunch of developer things that went down, so that got pushed
right.
back, pushed back, pushed back. So those types of things aren't in their control.
Yeah.
So
I
they
would
can only do what they can do.
I would just think manufacturing wise, like a Blu-ray would be faster to produce than a Switch cartridge, So,
John, let me see. Can I see your Wife Quest?
And as
well, I
James,
got that back. Let's see.
As James did right,
Yeah.
Premium is on the clock. TikTok. He's waiting for his PlayStation games.
Because I got mine from East Asia Soft, and
put that back up, John. It's similar.
Yeah, different artwork.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's cool.
I don't. That's not the regular Switch cover though, right? That's just the collector's edition.
Yeah, this is their retro, the retro edition of it.
Yeah, I think the game
has a nice sticker box. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, whenever I get games from them, it's very well packaged. I've never had, a lot of collectors that say, "Oh, I bought online. I've got dings in the corner of my box."
Oh, yeah.
I never have had that issue with them for anything.
No, they package really well. I love the dog tags that they put in there. There's a lot of high quality. Like, I don't get like the retro editions. I usually just get like the regular ones, and the regular ones themselves, I mean, come in beautiful like slip covers, like really hard cardboard,
high quality product.
Yeah, just for the regular one, I'm totally fine with that. I don't need to fill the shelves with a bunch of big boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can't find, and I saw them at Too Many Games, and I asked them because I get a lot of like protective covers, like from Retro Protection, the plastic, anything with cardboard. I want like a protective thing, right? And Retro Protection surprisingly doesn't have a size for those. Now I know you can email them and like give them the dimensions, and they'll make it for you. But like I said, I went up to their table at Too Many Games Premium Editions, and I said, "Guys, why don't you offer these on your site? Because their slip covers are a little different size than regular Switch slip covers. So it's like you should put that on your site because like my original ones, which were a different slip cover, just from sitting on the shelf, they never get touched really. They're even getting a little wear and tear just from because you got to move them down the shelf line or whatnot, and it's like God, So
I think it might be limited run games or it might be VGP, but they have like that, in the checkout process, like add a cover basically. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. And maybe they should take a ticket from that, because the regular Switch ones won't fit. I've tried.
Yeah.
Because
That
they're
makes
just
sense.
they're a little bit off sized. They have Switch ones for slipcovers, like whatever the regular, but the ones premium edition use, those are like custom. They're not the standard slipcovers.
Yeah. They're definitely like a much thicker cardboard.
Yeah.
What's John, your collection now? We're your background you set up here. This is is this the its final form? Is this where it's at right now?
Well, yeah, I mean, technically final form. So let's see if I move. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I've never done a sort of like tour of it, but that shelf that's pretty much half empty. That's a new shelf I just purchased. And initially, those full cases that you see were kind of more centered. I had the glass cases right behind me. It was actually on the other side of shelving to kind of get more of a uniform look. But I needed to make some space. So moved it to the couch that you see with some of my statues. Kept the glass case originally where it was. Well, actually, I pushed it over a little bit and then added the new shelf that you see there and then stacked a couple more things on top. So right now, what's in there is just stuff that I had sitting on the floor essentially that need to either get listed on eBay or is just excess stuff that was kind of stacked. You can actually see in some of the existing shelving, I have some stuff set horizontally on top of PS3 games and whatnot. So I'm trying to see if I can right about there in that area. Those games that are horizontal. So I moved a lot of those over to that new case as well to create some more space.
Gotcha. What are those, the Atlantics?
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, the Atlantic, Oscar,
thanks,
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, those are the best ones. Definitely.
What's the majority of your collection? Is it mostly PS2? Because that's all I'm seeing right here, mostly. And then you got some white.
No, I mean we got PS2 on the top. We've got PS3 underneath that. It leads into some PS4 and PS5. Xbox is right next to that PS5. We have some Xbox 360 on the. God, it's kind of the mirror is messing me up here. Right there is about the Jesus Christ 360 right there, and then it goes into GameCube, Wii U. You can see all the Switch, and then underneath all that, good bit of PS1. So I'm big PS1 RPG fan. Some DS, and then we go into things like Sega Saturn that you don't see pictured. Turbo Duo. I have a couple Turbo Graphics games, stuff like that.
Nice.
And then the opposite wall from that is actually all my like Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega, Genesis, Game Gear, all of that on the other wall. Opposite.
Are you still chasing stuff in the wild, or is it all eBay?
No, not really. Yeah, most of the stuff I'm picking up now is just games that I want to play. If I find like if I find a good deal on a lot, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna like not pick it up, but I'm not actively searching. So it's one of those things. If I happen to be on Facebook, I see a marketplace listing come up. All right, cool. That's a pretty sweet deal. Let me reach out and see what's up with it. I'll do that, but it's not. I'm not sitting there on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace all day.
Oh man, those days are gone. The new era of collecting has begun.
Well,
I think a lot of people are sort of like that. Maybe it's just us where we're at in their collections, but I feel like a lot of people are sort of just like, if I see it, I'll get it. You know what I mean? Type thing. Not actually like.
I mean, I've had a conversation with different people. Some of it is, if I really wanted something, I can afford to buy it. Right? Like if I wanted to get a copy of Tales of Destiny, could I get it? Yeah, sure, no problem. Do I want to pay $200-something? Not really, but I can. So that's one part of it. The other part is your situation changes, right? Like I've got a kid, so I'm not going to be just getting up and going to chase a collection in the middle of the day or middle of a weekend, right? Like I'm spending time with my family. So that type of stuff just kind of gets pushed aside, and I'm okay with it. I've got PS5 games I'm picking up, PS4 games. If I see an old PS2 game that I really want, like Echo Night Beyond, I picked that one up loose a while back and printed out a case and did all that good work to try and throw it on the shelf, and I'm happy with that. Right. I don't need to go out and search for a complete in-box copy locally or whatever that may be.
Yeah. I'm so happy you don't mind a good repro case, a reproduction case.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the game. I mean, so
I would know it was there.
Oh no, dude!
My
It is.
my
No.
OCD would bother the fuck out of me.
Well, okay. So if you personally printed, I get it. Like, but here's the thing: if you took that case and I just said, "Hey, Sean, one of these games on here is a reproduction case I printed," you wouldn't be able to tell right off the bat. Oh no,
Sean likes to think he can.
No, it's a very high quality print that I made. So.
Sean likes to think he can, and what he did just last week is he purchased a reproduction, and he swears that it's legit. Yeah. Why else would the seller have 200 of them, Sean?
He didn't have 200 of them.
He only had 30.
Yeah, he had 30.
Not reproduction at all. Where do you think he's sourcing them, dude?
And what's it for? Some like $150 game?
No, it was for Okami HD on the PS4. No, it's legit.
You know what it was? He cracked it. You know what he did? He bought from VGP, cracked it open, and then claimed it was a new cover.
No, my theory is the guy who works at GameStop takes all the fucking cases, put them in the generic cases, takes those cases home and sells them on eBay. That's my theory.
Well, that's not a bad racket if you think about it.
It's actually a pretty good racket because I ordered a used copy from GameStop. It was $18.99, and it came in a generic case. Why would a PS4 game? Why would any PS4 modern day game come in those generic cases? Who's doing disc only trade-ins anymore?
I had several PS5 games actually came in generic cases recently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why is that? Does that make sense? No, because there's somebody out there at a racket that's taking the cases and putting them on freaking eBay, making $5, making $10 a piece for them. I mean,
but you said somebody in Iraq.
No, it is somebody in Iraq. It's the Iraqi GameStop conspiracy. All right, they're coming over here. They're taking our fucking jobs. They're doing our shit.
Dubai bought SNK. It's over.
taking our game cases. No, but so I had
because it's well known. I'm sorry, because it's well known that GameStop, like during the 3DS days, they were told to throw away all the 3DS cases. That's why it's hard to find 3DS complete in box.
Well, when they first started doing the retro stuff too, when they started doing retro back in 2012, when they started taking games in, it was the same instructions. They were tossing everything that made it complete. Was keeping carts for some of those retro games.
Exactly.
Well, Weicker says whenever he trades in a game, he keeps the cases.
Jesus. There you go
too. And sells them on eBay. Kenneth has a question for you, Sean. He just scored a PS Vita. You got any game ideas for him?
Yeah.
Are you going for complete set?
Not actively, but yes. I haven't. I haven't picked up a Vita game in a little while. But actually, what is that Hell game? Let me look at the list that I have.
Because Hell game?
Yeah. It's actually pretty fun.
Do you have any Vita in your collection, John?
And it's cheap. It's like a $12 game.
I have a handful. I don't own a Vita.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
My son wanted a PSP. I don't know. He's for some reason all of a sudden he's on a PSP kick. I don't know. Because that's his nostalgia. When he was a kid, I had a PSP. I had it modded. And it was just filled with games, and I got to a point. I was like, "Here, son, you can have it." And he just went nuts, and he's in love with the thing. So,
yeah, I've wanted to do it for a while. I mean, you can get them from the Japanese versions for pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's the one I have. So a couple of games that you can grab. It's not that expensive. I mean, you can get it for like $12 to $20. Is Army Corps from Hell? That's a Square Enix game. It's almost like an evil Pikmin. Like you just like you control like an army of 100 people, and you're just attacking big monsters the whole time. It's a pretty fun, addicting game. Nothing crazy in there. Earth Defense Force 2 is fun as hell on that game on the Vita too. Injustice plays really well on the Vita. I know you can get it on other consoles. I'm trying to give you more like the cheaper ones because it can get pretty expensive.
I'm trying to think of what I got.
Street Fighter Tekken's pretty good on the Vita too. Wipeout 2048's great. I mean, that the Wipeout 2048 game. I mean, is that's I think only on Vita. Right? Well, all these games you could probably play on PS4 in some way or another. But so yeah, I would start off with those. Those are pretty good.
John, what have you been playing lately? What's been in your console?
So I've been playing Plague Tale Requiem as of late.
Awesome game.
Yeah, the only thing is I can't get past the bugs. I've had several situations where the game is just frozen on PS5.
Wait, is Requiem the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Oh, I haven't played the second one. I played the first one.
Yeah, so yeah, I've noted on our podcast a few times. So with Plague Tale Requiem, one of the first bugs I experienced is it's the second chapter. You walk into this town, and at the very end of this area, it's like, oh yeah, here's the building we're supposed to go to, except it's blocked by a horse and carriage, and you can't get past it. And the horse and carriage doesn't move; it's just stuck there. And I was like, well, what the hell? So I was like, well, let me see on YouTube. Maybe somebody else had the same issue. So I'm watching. Guy goes through. I start from the very beginning, walks right by. There's no horse and carriage. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I turn off the console, restart it, restart the level. No horse and carriage. It just progresses through as normal. So there's that.
Do you think it could be the mode that you're playing it on? Like performance mode, or does it have performance mode and a?
I think it does. I don't know. I didn't pay too much attention.
An equality mode,
probably. Did you say inequality mode?
No, they have a
quality mode. Okay,
yeah,
inequality
mode.
Damn,
yeah. I was like,
yeah.
Damn,
I would prefer games with inequality modes. That would be that would make a lot of games a lot better.
Yeah. Hugo turns into Hugo at that point.
Yeah. Dustborn would be playable. Yeah.
So that was one bug, and then there's been several occasions as I'm progressing through the game where just I'm walking and all of a sudden the game just stops, like mid stride with the character.
Oh shit!
And it just doesn't. You got to quit out. And here's the thing: I can't even access like the menu to the game. The whole game just freezes up. So I end up having to go into my PlayStation menu, close it out, and then jump back in, and then it's no issue. It's the weirdest thing, but it sucks when I'm trying to stream the game to where, I'm in a midstream and then it cuts out. And then of course, when I boot the game back up, then the stream cuts out. So like the other day I streamed probably about 30, 40 minutes after that happened thinking, oh, I'm all good. No, I had to replay the entire section over to get to that point and then restream from where I stopped.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's stupid shit. Like
I've never.
I think you've touched something. I prefer inequality mode.
Exactly. So do I.
It's the future of gaming.
A little button.
To turn the sensitivity on my games all the way down.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You told me you have your sensitivity all the way up.
Every game is narrated by Andrew Dice Clay. It's just fucking awesome. It's the greatest thing in the world. What was I gonna say?
But to get past all that, the game.
I've only had one buggy game on the PS5. That's crazy. It was like Star Wars, the newest one. That was and I was able to figure out how to play through it. But.
Well, I mean, and this isn't. I haven't had any other games that have bugged out on me. This is the only one that this has occurred. But it's not so much like, okay, it's a bug and something happened, and I can keep playing. Like, no, the game just halts, or it prevents me from progressing in any shape or form. So I have to restart. So that's kind of the issue. That's the issue I have with that. Not necessarily. I've played games that have a bug or two in them, and that's not a big deal as long as I can continue to go through it. But this is definitely kind of a blockade at times.
Have you been able to progress through it, or did you just say fuck it and you give up?
Yeah, no. I've been playing it. Like I said, you just restart the game and go back to where you were, and it progresses no problem. It's the weirdest thing. It's random. It's not like I can tell, oh yeah, this particular section bugs out here, and this is why it happens because I might have done XYZ thing. No, I just progress the same way I did before. I don't know if it's because maybe I moved in a certain area within the level, and maybe that triggers it. I got no idea.
It's it's the inequality feature.
Yeah, I need to
filter. It's the AI is trying to determine which way you want to take the game, so it stops. It gets confused. It's telling you you're confused. No,
I have to go to equality route. Yeah.
Sean, if you haven't encountered any buggy games on the PS5, man, it points you in the direction of Gollum. I don't know if you've heard of this game. Our friend John here recently streamed it.
It's a stream. My wife and I played that game. Yeah, brave soul there. Will, I blame Will on that one.
I warned you, dude.
He was like, "Hey, look, check it out. Gollum's like $5." I was like, "Oh shit! Well, let me go ahead and buy it."
I thought James gave that 5 stars.
Oh, he did.
Did he really?
Yeah, but he deleted the fucking comment after I
Yeah, no. So Gollum, if you haven't messed with that one at all, I will say it's not the worst game I've ever played. I've played some bad games, but this is, in terms of performance, that's where the real issue lies. So there's moments where you're trying to run away from guards and you're just like running in place and you can't do anything. And so you're like, what the hell? And so you jump, and it's because there's an invisible wall that's present in the areas. So it happens on a number of occasions, or you're trying to swing from, one bar to another and you overshoot it 20 times to try and get there, because it's just not, there's that's no automatic.
Yeah, I've played plenty of bad games on the PS5. One that comes to mind is the other Lord of the Rings game. That game is fucking atrocious.
I haven't played it.
Oh, I can't even remember. Man, I fell asleep in that.
It's like the Shadow of Mordor game.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of those. The ultimate thing, though, what I really liked most about Gollum is when you're running up a wall and it tells you hit triangle to jump backwards, and I'm mashing triangle. I'm like, why the fuck is it not working when I'm mashing triangle? So apparently that button just doesn't work, even though the command is prompted on the screen that you have to press that button. So you end up having to do the manual jump back.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the news here. It was a weak news week because of the holidays and whatnot. What you got?
That's horrible.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was actually looking at that one.
It's boring, man. Really bad.
The font. I'm just bothered by the font of the name. What that doesn't look right.
It looks like the same font as Gollum.
Well, there you go.
From the team that brought you Gollum.
It's from Free Range Games and North Beach Games.
Well, I like my games free range as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my meat.
Like your men. All right, guys.
That explains the burning urine.
All right, here in the news, what do we got here first? It's been revealed that a remake for the Halo trilogy is in the early development stages. This is a full-on remake. It's not a remaster, and it is rumored it will come to the PlayStation. Believe it or not, it'll include Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2 and 3 using the Unreal Engine 5. The remake will combine all 3 games, and it will, quote, follow the general story, but not stick exactly to the endpoints of each campaign.
I think this week I wasn't really paying attention to the video that I was watching. I was working, but you're playing some gameplay footage. I don't know if something had leaked or an early beta type of it or something. It looked really good when I saw it. So
I never did you guys ever play this when it was a thing back in the day?
What, Halo?
Any of them? Yeah, I never did.
Yeah, I played all of them.
Good. Is it worth revisiting?
I probably would revisit them. If you've never played them, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah.
That'd be the first thing. But yeah, the thing with Halo, though, what I enjoyed the most was more so not the multiplayer necessarily. Everybody loves the multiplayer if you played Halo. It's the co-op component of it. So being able to sit there with some friends and blast, aliens and go through the campaign, like that was always a blast doing that. Along with games like Gears of War, the co-op mode specifically. I
still have friends come over like over the summer or whatnot, and we still throw Halo in and play the co-op.
Yeah. So, especially when you go on to legendary mode and it's just stupid hard. It's always fun.
Well, there you go. A few people got excited to see there's an announcement for a new GTA 6 trailer dropping on the 27th. But it turns out this is complete bullshit. It was complete bullshit. A theory was started on a GTA 6 leaks Twitter account after it broke down a post made by a Rockstar developer. It included pictures of a Rockstar Games jumper, which I learned is a sweater. That's what they call it in Europe. A paper bag and a cat. And if you look closely, you can see the cat hair on the jumper in the pictures was shaped like a VI, like 6. And
Do you have this picture?
I do not have this picture.
Okay.
I didn't take it. I didn't dig deep enough. And there's a phone number on a piece of paper next to the jumper for a shop called 27 Auto Sales. And from there, the theory was born that the trailer would drop on the 27th, which is come and gone. And we have nothing to show.
There was supposedly like a whole Reddit thread of all these conspiracies. There was something with like a license plate that's in somewhere in the trailer or something where if you add the numbers together and add the letters with the corresponding numbers, it comes out to 27. And Rockstar was founded on like December 27th or something. It was like really going down a rabbit hole.
Well,
I mean, they got to make shit up. The biggest thing that I heard about, that's more interesting to me is the fact that something I read where the all the upcoming games that are coming out this year, all of the publishers are afraid to release dates because they don't know when GTA 6 is coming out, and they're afraid that they don't want their game to release the same like week as GTA 6. So nobody knows when every game is coming out this year yet because like they're all like holding their breath for it, So.
Wouldn't the easy fix just be, when you get closer to that time frame, all right, cool, Rockstar says here's a date. Oh, we had some development things that we wanted to modify, or we had an issue with our shipment, like we had a delay, whatever it may be. I mean, they can work around that.
I think it's safe to say it's not coming out until Christmas time, at least next year.
It's like what other films release the same weekend as Return of the Jedi? You know what I mean? It's like nobody remembers. They're trying to avoid that.
Was it Disney that recently they were supposed to release the newest Star Wars trilogy? I think it was next year in December, and decided against it because something else is coming out.
There's a new. They're making another trilogy.
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
not.
it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's already been announced. There's supposed to be a trilogy with Rey playing the part of like Luke Skywalker, basically.
That's probably the excuse that they use because they also just came out with like basically a statement saying that they're done with the fucking woke shit. So they probably scrapped it all.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, they're like, yeah, we're losing too much money with all this crap going on. The tides are turning, fellas.
I think they are.
Is that one gal still running the studio, or what the hell's her name? I can't even remember.
I mean, they got what was it? Warner Brothers when it got rid of the whole Batgirl movie. Like, it was completely completed, and they just fucking said, "No, we're not going to waste our time with this. We're losing too much."
I think
money.
it was a cost aspect. I think they could take. It was for tax purposes, I want to say.
Yeah, if they made more money on the tax write off of it than having it go into the theater, promoting it for another whatever $1 million that it would cost to promote it and not recoup that money. That's basically what it was.
Well, in other news, we have some good news for physical games. The Marvel vs. Capcom collection, when it was first released, it was first released digitally, and as you know, later physically. When it was first released, charted at number 16 in the U.S. in game sales in September, but then it fell all the way down to number 87 in October. However, it has since jumped up back to number 20 in November upon its physical release. And I don't know if this is a matter of because I double dipped on this game. I bought it as soon as it came out day one. I bought it. I was playing it digitally, and then when the physical one came out, I went over to Amazon, got it from those guys. It kind of sucked though that they said that the comic book inside it was pre-order, but every one of them on the shelves has it in there, and it really upsets me. But
no, it's still, I mean, that's the way it all is. I mean, it's going to be whatever the first pressing is. The second pressing won't have that if it makes it that even get a second pressing. I mean, look how many PlayStation games come out day one edition. They never get a date. They never get a reprint. You know what I mean? That because they didn't sell 100,000 copies that they were expecting or whatnot. So they got to sell out of the stock, man.
No, but I don't know. I'm a big Marvel. Have you played? Are you a fan, John?
I'm not really a big fighting game fan, to be honest.
Oh.
I have a number of games, and I'll jump into them, but no, I'm not a huge fan.
So what fighting games? Which is your favorite?
Rival Schools.
Oh man, I played Rival Schools. Hopefully, it comes out on the next Capcom collection. But I played that. And it was
So what you're saying is you want a reprint?
no, I don't want a reprint. Oh my god, reprints. Speaking of reprints, VGP's in the news again. They announced VGP announces another reprint. This time they have targeted. Like a predator. They've targeted Senran
like a predator.
Yeah, dude. That's all they only go for the high dollar games.
Should we start with like maybe we should have taken a clip of you in the past saying this company is untouchable. They'll never be reprinted.
Hold on, if I can fuck off. This time they have targeted Senran Kagura Reflections for the Nintendo Switch. Now, last week I had earmarked Marvelous Exceed as one of the few companies that wasn't whoring themselves out for reprints. However, Sean pointed this out to me, and he did remind me this isn't limited runs game,
and maybe runs.
Limited runs game. So that might be the difference. So hopefully that is. Maybe that's the loophole. That's how they got to be able to reprint it. Because look, here it is. Senran Kagura Reflection, Nintendo Switch. This is from what is this? A price chart? $100 complete. Once $105 new. Not much difference there, but
yeah, but even limited run games are not necessarily a limited run of that game in particular. It might be that they are being printed through that company specifically as a retailer.
That's not a numbered release, so
yeah. So if it's not a numbered release, then yeah, they're going to get reprinted.
Although it was never available in stores. If I remember correctly, it was only because I have a copy. I remember buying it. It's sold out. It was like I think it was one of those weird. Hey, it's on Tuesday. It's going up on pre-order, and you only have X amount of and when they're gone, they're gone. Like it wasn't up for a month like how they normally are. If I recall, and yeah, it did sell out pretty quickly. The game is known. Yes, a very expensive horny boy game. The game is known to be complete trash.
It's not trash, Sean. I watched the gameplay. Basically, it's a collection of mini games, and you have to massage the sexy Senran Kagura girl to completion.
Climax.
It's a climax. Thank you.
Is that really what it is? I don't know. I don't know anything about this.
No,
game.
I'm not. No joke.
Yes,
and I don't know. You said so and so on YouTube said it was crap. That guy doesn't like women. That's all. He's a fan of the boys, but that's okay.
This is a perfect example of all right, the game isn't good. It's
good. I want
all
it.
Right.
I don't collect Switch.
The game isn't good. Okay.
If VGP reprinted it on PS4, I'd have to come out of retirement. That's all.
It's a perfect example of they're not reprinting a game because people want to fucking play it. Because nobody wants to play this game. They want it on their shelf. And basically all it's going to do, tank the value of the game because now there's more of them. And all these people that missed the boat on the first round, just going to have them on a shelf. And they're going to be a generic $40 game in 10 years. The other thing that, I always look at, it seems like the second the game goes over $100, let's say on eBay or whatnot, everyone freaks out. But that's such an old way of thinking since games are literally $60 to $70 brand new for the most part. So what do? What are you doing? Making $20-$40 on a game? you understand what I'm saying? A $70 game, if it was going to be quote unquote expensive, should be going on eBay for $300-$400. That would be oh my God, we need to get that. Not a $20 profit. Oh my God, I can't afford the $120 that I want for the game. I should have bought it when it was $70.
Well, you had the PS5 release of Final Fantasy VII, for example, hit as high as I think 250 at one point in time, and I think it ended up going down for a new copy. It was what, like $150. So I mean, you're talking double the price on that. I actually just recently picked up a pre-order for that reprint specifically, and not necessarily because I missed the boat on, buying Final Fantasy VII. I could have gotten it digitally. I had it on PS4, but I wanted that PS5 optimized version. I wasn't willing to sit there and pay $150 for a game that's on a current gen console through Square Enix, right? It wasn't like it was a limited print of some sort. So
no, I mean,
I guess,
with a game like Final Fantasy, it shouldn't even be a topic. It should just always be available on the shelves.
Well, I thought Will went for speed break for a second.
No, something happened on my end.
A game like Final Fantasy should always be on the shelves. It should always. It should even there shouldn't even be a title that says this is getting a reprint. Yeah. I mean, how many times does Madden get reprinted? Do we talk about that?
Oh God, I mean,
you don't.
Now, granted, that game sells a lot more.
But you understand what I'm saying? You don't know how many times does Call of Duty get reprinted. It's like, oh, we need some more copies. All right, throw them on the press. We got to do it. I mean, Final Fantasy just seems like a game that should be evergreen the whole console. You should be able to walk into a Best Buy at any time and buy it.
I mean, so here the argument I was bringing up on our podcast for our most recent episode was, I mean, all three of us are physical collectors. I'm sure some of the folks in the comments are physical collectors as well. I kind of see these reprints as more so showing that there is some sort of demand for these physical games. If we continue to not purchase these reprints and hold a lot of these games hostage from people being able to get a physical copy in hand, then what are we kind of saying about physical format moving forward for the next generation of games? Now, if there's no demand for physical, then physical is going to go away. We all want to preserve that, right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You want to kind of maintain that value in your collection, which I agree. I would love to have the value in my collection, but I'd also like to buy physical games for the next generation as well. So
I disagree, because I feel like all the reprints are doing is feeding the resellers. That's all they care about. They resell wrong. They're collecting wrong. They're waiting until the next flavor of the week, which means you're already too late. A game like Scorn, a horrible game, another horrible game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nobody wanted to buy the damn thing. I mean, I remember I played it on.
I actually did. I missed it.
You want to play it?
I wanted to play it on PS5. I missed the boat on that one. I did not realize it got a release. And
I know it was a little covert on how they released it. I remember when it came out. I played it on Game Pass first. I mean, it was a shit game. I didn't like it personally. I have the PS5 copy. I'm like, nobody talked about it because the game wasn't good. Okay, now it demanded a reprint. Oh, that's the one that Phil said. I went into, we got to get a reprint. Nobody wanted the fucking game. All right.
Nobody wants it until they're told that they want it.
That's what I mean. So you're like, that's what I mean by you're collecting wrong. You're waiting. Like for instance, Phil, he's upset. I'm just, him, like many other collectors, he's upset because he did not go get it for the $40. Now it's $120. The fact that it's $120 makes people think that they need to have it in their collection now.
Yeah, it's FOMO.
Or makes it, the FOMO, or makes people think, oh, I need to go grab a copy now so I can throw it on eBay for $120. The problem is, once it's up there for $120, it's already too late, because if that reprint is getting done, all you're doing is hoping that somebody that's not in the that's not as hard into the hobby that we are.
Yeah, they don't realize it.
They don't realize that the reprint's coming out, and that's it. So you're collecting wrong, not you, but these collectors.
I'm collecting right by the photo.
Yeah, and you're and that's why last week I said go ahead, reprint everything, because that is what's going to rise the cream to the top. Because all these games that people are looking at, in 10 years, because they were all reprinted, are going to be worth $40, $20, $10. But something, and I think I pulled it out last week. Something as
Yeah.
stupid as like fucking Crazy Chicken or something. This is going to be the $500 game, because nobody bought this fucking game.
Yep. Will, by the way, your audio's messed up right now.
What?
I don't know if you realize.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but it's not echo. It's like your mic that you're using. It's not. It's like your webcam mic right now.
Man. Yeah. Something happened. Everything blinked out on me.
We can keep talking on this while you fiddle with the settings, but I mean, I get your point, Sean. Like with the value in a tanking and missing the boat, and like you said, scalpers taking advantage of people saying, "Okay, cool, like this game's gonna get reprinted. I've got 4 copies on hand. Let me offload it to some schmuck for $200 because I know it's going to drop down to 60." Totally get that component of it. I guess it would be in the same mindset too of like if you miss the boat initially, right? That's kind of on you for not picking it up when you had the chance at a cheaper price point. But at the same time, if you're picking up for $200 and a reprint's been announced, it's also kind of on you for picking it up for $200. So, I mean, you can look at them both respects there, but I mean, I would just kind of stick to my point. I'm okay with the reprints. I don't look at my collection from a value component. I look at it because I want to play those games, right? And I like the idea of supporting physical. 30th anniversary. Believe it, I've seen a ton of 30th anniversary PS5 Pros. Like people say, "Oh, I picked it up at retail."
Not the Pro.
Oh, not the no. I think the Pro. Wasn't there like a disc model version of the Pro with the cover? And there's
the Pro. You're talking about the Slim. The Pro is only available at PlayStation Direct.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just not something I care to pick up too.
Yeah,
like it's not something I have my eye on specifically. That seemed more like a scalper pickup for the most part.
Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, dude, my entire thing just did a weird fucking glitch, and I opened up Windows, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You glitched out, came back in, and it reset your audio.
I'm an old man. I'm confused. But anyway, I digress.
I mean, here's the thing,
Sean.
I was thinking, if the games are being reprinted, I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm never going to buy a reprint." Like, I wanted the PS5 version of Final Fantasy VII. I'm going to buy it.
Believe me. Like for instance, do I have reprints? I do, but I have ones that are clearly marked that are reprinted. Okay, like for instance, like the Retrobit stuff. Okay, like Double Dragon, Battletoads. Battletoads, Double Dragon on Super Nintendo. You can tell it's different. It's on a green cartridge. It's in a different box. It's a very nice packaging. It's stuff like that. It's not trying to be the original. Now, for instance, I never had a problem with reprints. I never had a problem with reprints for current gen consoles. Like that's a stance I always had. All right. 2 years ago, if it was being reprinted on the PS4, I didn't care about it because the PS4 was the current gen at the time. Same really with the PS5. If the PS5 is still available, you should still be allowed to like go to a website, buy it for retail price. I'm all for that. But probably in the past 2 months or so, like especially like since like and I buy from VGP. I'm not like a liar on that or anything like that. They basically changed their moniker to like the king of reprints or whatnot. Home of the reprints. And I could see they're specifically targeting and going after games that are suspected going up in value. I like you said, you don't care about the value of your collection. Me either. I don't look at my collection as a certain value. If I want to go out and buy a game, as even we said earlier, and I spend $200 on it, I don't think twice about it. I buy the game for $200. But granted, there is also, we can't just look past it. There is an actual investment of some sort there. Whether it's not our driving force or not, that, well, I bought product A for $200. I should be able to resell it if I need to, if I'm in a jam, for $200. Now you have a predatory company coming in saying, oh, those games are going for $200. Let's reprint them. And now that just tanks the value of, what I say I was on hard times and I need to like offload it or this, that. Well, you just robbed me of like $150.
Well, I guess a few of the arguments I would make on that is that I wouldn't use video games, and I'm not saying you are, but I wouldn't use them as an investment. Right?
Oh, absolutely
that's not a proper way to invest.
No. And I rag on people that think that
look at it like that. Yeah.
But this comes with anything, any product you buy, anything you buy for your house. You buy a kitchen fucking faucet, for $200. Whatever it is, a lawnmower. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, I really wish that these reprints would go the way of comic books, actually.
Yes, thank you.
And so when you have the first print, that is your cover, right? When you get your second print, there's a noticeable difference, whether it's like black and white or there's a red tinge to it, whatever it may be. I think with Painkiller on the PS3, when they got reprinted, there's a few noticeable differences on the cover that would lead you to believe like, okay, yeah, this is a reprint. This is not. This is, first printing. So I really do wish they would go that route. I don't think they are. I don't think they intend to go that route. But if you wanted to create a happy medium, and I've said it on this podcast before, actually, in the past, do second printings, do third printings, fourth printings, whatever it may be, but identify them as such. So that way collectors are happy, they have a first print, and then your people that didn't get a physical copy and still want to support physical can still do that as well.
Yeah. For instance, the Painkiller thing, the difference of the cover of the Painkiller is so little.
Yeah.
In 10 years, nobody's going to know what the difference was.
No, but your hardcore collectors will. And that's what you're kind of counting on, right?
The difference in the Painkiller is because THQ Nordic, I think they bought the was it the Adventure Company or whatever it was? They absorbed them, and that's why the cover is different. And the thing is, VGP, they're not printing the covers. They're not. It's coming from the original from the factory. They're coming that way from the factory, and the factory needs to freaking get the message. If something gets reprinted,
that's the original. That's the first pressing.
And then the other one's THQ Nordic, right?
The other one it says Adventure Games really large on it, and
I'm thinking Siberia Collection.
But Siberia also says I'll give this is the first pressing. That says Adventure Company. This is the first pressing. Siberia, the reprint does say Nordic, I think, on it also, and Adventure's smaller.
And from what I understand, retailers can request a reprint, can't they?
Yes.
Of these games, yeah.
When that's how I kind of first figured that out was when one of the early reprints VGP did was which I was surprised about was Xenoblade Chronicles the Torna edition. And they specifically, I remember there was an email they specifically said that they contacted Nintendo to see if they could get copies of Torna, which blew my mind because for one, it's a Switch cartridge, which you'd think is more expensive than doing a CD or a Blu-ray.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like they're still paying money to get it reprinted. I mean, they would handle it the same way as if they were getting new stock, right? They're just requesting a reprint of that. That's right. So I don't see any, especially for a current gen game, I don't see any issue with that.
Yeah. There's too much short-term speculation in video gaming these days.
And that's why it's not good investment advice, right?
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
I mean, you and I, we both collect retro. We collect NES, Genesis, whatnot. It took, I always bring this up, it took years for those games to actually have a value, have a steady value where they were up there. And, literally before COVID, the NES was dropping. COVID really kept it plateaued up there, and then it just went up higher, which it has come back down a little bit, but it's still higher than it was pre-COVID.
Yeah, which I mean, I would expect with inflation and such, anyways, that those prices are that's kind of a new normal price. But you're right. I mean, when we look at because as you know, on our podcast, we look at the value of the game as we're playing it to say, hey, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Based on that value, we always see when we're like, all right, well, what was the all-time high? 2022, 2021, like all of them are at that price point. That was their highest point. It's got me to a point where I'm like, I don't even want to like reference that as a high point. Like, let's kind of take out that period of time and say, what is that today? Because that's clearly the high point.
Well, COVID really threw everything. That, like I said, NES was on its down, on its down trajectory, because the general rule of thumb that I've always learned on collecting anything you want to collect is 25 years.
Yep. And
by the point COVID started, anyone that wanted a complete NES collection already had it. It was already, they had been collecting for 20 years, 25 years on that collection. And, unfortunately, people get old and they die also. So after a certain amount of time, you have a whole group of people, let's even talk about the Atari 2600 collectors. At some point in the early 90s, there were games for the Atari that were going for a lot of money. They're all dead now. Nobody cares about that.
They're all dead now.
No, but it's true fact. I work in a lot of houses where like I see like older people's collections, of things, and you see all these like, the Lionel trains, this and that. They used to be worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Now there's probably like 5 sets that are worth a couple $1,000s. Nobody wants any of that stuff.
It's the nostalgia component of it. Is really what it kind of breaks down to.
There's a sweet spot.
Yeah. Atari was kind of funny. I've got one game that is complete in box. It's listed for it's noted on price chart. It's like $1,200 or $1,500. It's a $150 cartridge normally, and complete in box like $1,200, $1,500. And then I've got a shit ton of other Atari games, like 99 cents.
Yeah, but you know what? How big is the pool? If you wanted to sell that $1,200 game,
oh yeah, it's nothing.
It would probably take 6 months.
And Atari's put those games out. I mean, you can get them in one-up arcade cabs. You can buy them in Atari collections on every single console known to man at this point.
There has been a resurgence, though. With them coming out with the 2600 plus and the 7800 plus.
They play original hardware too, don't they?
They do. The prices on the 7800 plus games and the 2600 games, mostly the 7800 ones, they did jump in value when they announced the 2600 plus, because the 2600 plays both.
Yeah.
So
it's just another form of reprinting, dude. That's all it is.
Well, they reprinted the console, and it jumped the value of the original games up because there was interest in them.
Yeah, but again, nobody wanted them until somebody else told them that they wanted it.
It's all FOMO.
Godscar, the Star Wars VR game, you could totally get it for regular retail price in PAL form all day long. So,
that's the thing.
You don't need a reprint, because you can order it right now on Amazon.
Well, and that's the thing. A lot of these like high price games are just the ESRB versions. The PAL versions are normally still very affordable.
Yeah. Well, classically, ESRB is more desirable than anything else, even though it really is no difference anymore. But classically, that's what it is.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. It's like it's just that little tiny, ESRB rating is a big difference between them all.
But that's a perfect example right there. People are hemming and hawing wanting the Star Wars VR game. Well, why do they want it? Because the ESRB is over $100. They don't want to get the $30. They don't want to get the $30 Peggy game. Why don't you want the $30 Peggy game?
Same shit.
Because the ESRB is $150. So now you want to reprint it and then have all of them down to fucking 30. Okay, thanks. Thanks for fucking up the fucking hobby. Get out of here.
I will say, and like Godscar said, we don't collect PAL here. I mean, I don't really have many PAL games. The only PAL games I do have are the ones that are exclusively PAL region games that didn't come over to the, to North America. And you have that too, right? So I try to keep the collection pure in that respect, right? By sticking with ESRB, and a lot of people do. But if push came to shove with the Final Fantasy VII copy I've referenced, would I pick up a PAL copy? Yeah, most likely I would pick up a PAL copy if you wanted
a player's copy, if you wanted to play the game, like, and you'd be like, yeah, sure, $30, give it to me.
Yeah.
You know, but
I had all intention of not even buying a PS5 version until I saw the reprint. I said, okay, well, let's pick it up.
I used to
God's Scar, I'm not talking against you. I'm talking. There is a large population of gamers that are hemming and hawing about getting the Star Wars VR game, you know, reprinted, and every day it's, you know.
I used to avoid PAL like nobody's business. I used to be a xenophobic collector, but
Xenophobic collector.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what you are. That's what you are, John. That's what you are, Sean. Me, no. I've evolved as a.
He's embraced equality in gaming.
Yes,
he's moved the inequality lever on his gaming, like
turn down his sensitivity.
Yeah. Hey, come to the dark side, guys. I know. Come on, take a walk on the wild side. Fuck it.
But it's a perfect point to point out there. You know, I mean, you can go to Amazon, you can go to anywhere. You know, it's so easy to get imports these days. It's so easy to get, you know, on my Amazon app, I can literally change the region I'm in and order from Amazon UK for $35,
Yep.
you know, and get it.
Well, even companies like PlayAsia, right? You can get, you know, no PEGI. You could just get no ESRB, no PEGI, and just get a copy. That's how my
exactly.
What do you call it? The camera one, the horror game with the camera. I forget what it's called. It's like the Black Maiden or whatever it is.
Fatal
Frame.
Fatal Frame. Yep.
Yeah. I picked those up from PlayAsia.
Yeah, because a lot of Asian releases don't have.
Yeah, and even the Asian releases typically will have like English subtitles tied to them.
And PlayAsia is very good with saying if it has English, if it has Japanese on the site. So
and another company package as well.
If Japan got its head out of its ass and just started making all their games with an English soundtrack or a subtitle track, do you realize what that would do? Oh my God. People it'd make a lot more money for Japan and make collecting a lot easier for us. Because I would gladly go and buy a Japanese game rather than get a reprint from VGP just because it has a little ESRB in the corner.
Yeah, it's getting more and more like that these days. You know, there's only far and few between, and it does boggle my mind that like the Japanese version won't have English, but the Korean version will have English. You know, it's something like weird like that.
Or you have like a full-blown Japanese. Or you got like a full-blown Japanese or Korean cover, and then it still has English subtitles. Like, all right, well, I think there's a game on the Switch I've wanted for a long time. It's tied to that game Sphere. I forget. It's not Senua. I don't remember the game, but either way, there's a game on there.
Setsuwa.
Yeah. Setsuna? Is that what it is?
Setsuna,
I am Setsuna. Yeah. That's what I've wanted for a while, but it doesn't have there's like very limited English covers that are tied to it. That's the only thing that's held me back from buying a copy. I can get a copy right now, Japanese font on the front or Japanese text, but with English subtitles, that's the only way you're going to play is with English subtitles.
And the one with the English cover is worth a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a limited print, right? So it makes sense. There you go, VGP. Print that one.
That's what I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, it is funny. I mean, I have a couple. I have a Korean PS5 Mr. Driller. That's the only place it came physical. There's no English on it. But if I download Mr. Driller on the PlayStation Store, it has English on it. It's so weird, man. You know, so I'd have to double dip if I wanted to play it because even though you don't need English for Mr. Driller, I did try to play the disc, and boy, man, there's a lot of talking in it. And I'm just like, you know, it's like, what the hell's going on?
I got another option for you. So here we have Okami HD Japanese.
That's a great looking cover.
It is, and it's all in English too. They talk like Sims in the game anyway, but everything's subtitled in English.
It's like every Nintendo game ever made.
So there we go. So what do? You buy that Japanese one, and then you go and you make your own goddamn English cover. So there we go. That's ESRB right there. The title is a little T for teen. Everything's in English on it. Boom.
What about the disc? Is the disc in English or is it also foreign?
Oh, you pop the disc in the game, you never look at it.
No, kind of curious.
It just spins. There it is.
Nice.
But other solutions. I was chasing a lot of the Resident Evil PS3 games, Japanese PS3 games for a minute, because even though the games are spoken in Japanese, they all have full English subtitles.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the same can't be said for the menu. But when you're going, you're switching out, you're rearranging your inventory and whatnot. But
and I've never honestly had an issue with subtitles. A lot of like the old PlayStation 1 RPGs and even PS2 RPGs, there's no talking in those games. I mean, it's just all text, right? So no big issue. Somebody's speaking Japanese, they got to read anyways.
This game, this game is perfect. I mean, the only hurdle, it has English and whatnot, but the only hurdle you have to get over is the menus. That's exactly what Will's talking about. So you use Google Translate to say like, where start is or menu is, and then that the whole thing works great.
Didn't they release an HD collection of that on PS4? Like obviously as Resident Evil, not Biohazard.
You need the move controllers. Oh yeah, that is on PS4. The move controllers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it works with the VR.
Yeah, I don't know if they did.
Yeah, I know there's like an HD, or I don't know if it's HD remaster, but they released, I think it was Resident Evil 1, 2, and I want to say 3 on the PS4, and they released on it was the same version that was on GameCube, I want to say, because they released some collection on there, if I recall.
Yeah. But those are shooters. Actually, wasn't that on the Wii also?
I don't remember. Let's see.
Yeah, this says Biohazard Darkside Chronicles, which is that is on the Wii, I believe.
The Resident Evil Origins collection.
Yeah, that one. That's the one I was referring to. So that's not the same. Okay.
Resident Evil 0 and what the hell's the other game? Oh, it's just Resident Evil Old School.
And of course, you said Darkside Chronicles. That was on the Wii.
Yeah, that's on the Wii, and I forget the first game on there. It's in Japanese, but it's probably the other one that's on the Wii, because both Wii ones are like gun type games.
I've got the Japanese Biohazard style on a PS1. Big pickup a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Do you have the controller gun?
No,
I just have the
I just have the games now. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's a Resident Evil like gun that's controller.
You know what?
It's really fucking ugly and weird looking.
Oh no, I don't have that. No, it was a bunch of PS1 games I picked up a long time ago in a collection. And as I was digging through, he had like Japanese copies of all the Final Fantasy games, Resident Evil is Biohazard, a number of other, I think Hell Knight was a game that was in there. So pretty interesting stuff.
Definitely, yeah. Try and search for the Resident Evil gun. It only came out in Japan. It's pretty neat. It's pre chainsaw.
PS1.
Yeah.
X and O are probably inverted. Sean had that problem this week.
Oh yeah. When you
well, you didn't ask me what I played today, so
what did you play today, Sean? Or what have you been playing this week?
I can get into that story. So I obviously I played Call of Duty all week. I finally reached Master Prestige. I'm level 65 Master Prestige now. So I'm done with over level 10.
You change your name on here to be Master Sean.
Yeah. Oh no, Master Casual Gamer Sean, because I don't play games anymore. I only play COD. But this morning I did play. I did pop in 2 games. So my day started horrible because I wanted to play Sylphid on the PS2. And
lovely cover. I love the hologram on the, or the
isn't that nice?
What is that? What's that? What do they call that effect?
Foil
cover.
Yes.
Yeah, holographic, I think is what we used to call as kids. But...
So, I got up and got my coffee. I threw this in the PS2, and it's a blue bottom disc, and all of a sudden, the disk drive starts going chunka, 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 and I'm like, "What the hell's going on? Why aren't you playing?" It wouldn't play. It wouldn't load it. All right, I'm like, Jesus Christ! Did my PS2 stop reading blue bottoms now? You know what I mean? So I went and grabbed Raiden 3, which is another blue bottom disc, and it fired up, no problem. So I played this, no problem. Well, there was a problem with this, and this is what Will's getting at. You see that little thing right there?
America.
ESRB? See that? America. All right. What does X do on a PlayStation? That says okay, right? Yeah. All right. So it says, all right, no memory thing, put a memory card in, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to create save data? Yes, X. No, it puts me in a fucking loop saying there's no memory card. There's no memory card. There's no memory card. There's no memory card. Sitting there for fucking 20 minutes after this fucking wouldn't work. I finally Google it, and they're like, obviously there's a thread on it. They're like, oh yeah, for Raiden 3, you have to hit O right there. It doesn't tell you to hit O. You just have to hit O right there, like Japanese. So all the fucking controls of the menus and everything here are all Japanese. So thanks.
Well, it's like that on the PS Vitas that you import out of Japan. It's kind of the same thing. All your menu buttons are circle instead of circle instead of X.
Oh no, I have a Japanese PS2, and that's how it is on every game. It is inverted, and I know that. But what is this? This tells me that. All right, so
there's a number. I mean, I was playing some PS1 RPG a while back, and it's kind of the same thing on PS1 RPGs. Occasionally, you have circle as your command button.
Just weird.
Yeah, well, hey, don't worry. America won in the end because over in Japan they switched that shit and people got mad as hell.
Oh, in Japan specifically?
Yeah, Japan. Well, Japan, X used to be and vice versa.
Well, they just did that during the PS5 generation. That's like the first time.
So they switched it, and Japan's mad. Godscar would like to know, Sean, do you play ranked Black Ops 6?
No, I have not.
Now, Saber John, a friend of mine. Hold on, I do have to address this because he has a podcast, Hunter Houston ESG podcast, and 2 podcasts ago he came out and he said something very hurtful. He says that collectors aren't gamers. No, we just collect games. We don't play them.
He says,
see, well, collectors don't play games. Well, Sean is exempt because no, Sean is not
exempt then.
Yeah. Well, John, I play. You want to know what I played this week?
Wait a minute, I'm not done with my story. So I get done with Raiden. After the PS2 warmed up a little bit, I put this back in, and guess what? She loaded up fine. I'm like, oh great, look at that. I don't know what the chunky noise was though. I was scared of the fuck.
No, you got to redo it. You got to reenact. Was it chunka?
Chunka. So yeah, there we go.
No,
so,
I know if my PS2 does that, it's not going to read blue bottom games.
I wasn't. I mean, a buddy of mine got in touch with me last week, and he said his wouldn't read blue bottoms anymore. And I mean, you could get a new laser and everything on Amazon for like $20.
Yeah,
so
and they're easy to replace, especially slim.
Yeah, from what I understand, like they are easy to replace. A lot of times it's not that they're broken; that there is an adjustment screw so that they read both, and they need to be dialed in just properly.
And anybody who tries to do that, make sure you push that ribbon down on the slim specifically. If you don't,
on the
slim,
gonna
scratch the shit out of your desk.
I got a fat boy.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be easier for a PS2 to read a CD than it would a DVD because DVDs are multi-layered.
Isn't there 2 lasers on it?
I do know.
Under like 2 lasers built into it, to where one of them could die out and it'll still read one disc over the other.
From when I took mine apart, I don't think there's 2 layers.
No, like built into the same eye. Is what I'm saying.
I think it's built into the same eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it has to read black discs, it has to read the clear discs, and it has to read the blue discs.
No.
So, typically the blue discs are the ones that stop playing, and a lot of times it does burn out, or maybe it needs a little adjustment here and there, little screw adjustment. So,
Saber John play COD with me. So go. Fuck you,
Saber. I play all day long. I see you on my PS5, and you're never playing COD. You're playing like Astrobot. You're playing you play 100 different games a day. I see what you're playing. All right.
No, that's not him. It's his daughter. Don't get it twisted.
But you're more than welcome to come play. You're more than welcome to come join us, buddy. You're more than welcome.
What have I been playing? I played some Mr. Mosquito this morning. I picked up 2 levels on that. I've been playing Tekken 8. I got that for Christmas. I have been playing Marvel vs. Capcom as well, and SVC Chaos as well. I'm on the hunt currently for an SVC Chaos. I don't want to pay $70. And if Pappas would ever get his ass over to Popping Games and use his divine influence and get me that game for 40 like he should, I don't want to wait until February to get it from Amazon.
I might have an extra copy of that, actually.
You might?
Yeah, let me see. I got my price charting open right now.
Let me
Is
check
that where
my inventory.
John does some filthy reselling. Don't get him wrong. Look at that. Look at the
No, this isn't. No, I have my collection and price charting.
Yeah, but he also filthy resell. I'm just saying.
I haven't resold in a while.
Once a reseller, always a reseller.
That's true. I have it on Xbox, actually. I thought I had a copy on another console, but I don't.
No,
I might. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure I just have Xbox.
That's cool. But yeah. So I put some time into Tekken 8, and Tekken 8 has this weird. Well, I guess it's common with a lot more in the new school games. A new mechanic where instead of having to press a D-pad sequence or a joystick sequence plus the buttons, it's just one button and it does the freaking move. You know what I mean? And I get it. It's to bring in to bring more people into the game, to make it easier, to make it more accessible and whatnot. And I'm breezing through Tekken. Well, I put it on not easy. I play on regular settings, but I find I'm doing pretty good. And
I believe you
I've
can
got
turn that setting off, though.
You can, but I want to absorb the story before I go back and just start playing the game with the characters I want. So because as you go through the story, it forces you to play this character or that character. You know what I mean? So I'm in the middle of that right now, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And
I
like
agree.
it.
When I first played that, I mean, I got hooked to the story because it just keeps rolling you along, and like you keep opening up like kind of new character. There's like a whole tier thing that you keep opening up.
That's I'm I think about halfway through. I don't remember. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I've been putting some time into that, and I love Tekken, and but I like it a lot more than Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 took a
shit.
What do you think about new Virtua Fighter?
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I actually used to like Virtua Fighter. That's what I would. That and Soul Calibur were kind of the, beyond rival schools when I enjoyed that. Virtua Fighter and Soul Calibur my go-tos.
Out of the ones that have come out this generation so far, between Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, and Tekken, Tekken blew it out the water. I think that's the best one so far.
Well, Tekken seems to me, Tekken 8 seems to me to be more like its previous versions more than Street Fighter 6 does to its previous versions. Street Fighter 6 it's just too weird, and fucking Chris Tucker type character from The Fifth Element, and the guy bothers me, and I don't know, it just really turns me off from the game.
So you're not for equality in gaming. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. John, okay, you got the left, you got the right, and you got me here in the middle, fucking the prince of logic, all right? And I make my decisions based on what I like. I'm freaking fuck off.
So this is why you need that slider on the games, because for a game you go
inequality, the inequality button. But speaking of Tekken, let's get into it. This is let's share our pickups. This is package time.
It's package time.
Now, I'm gonna go first because I got barely anything. So I only have one new thing to show off, but and the other two items I'm gonna show off, this is all Christmas stuff basically. The other two items I got early because that's how me and my girlfriend do it. We what do you want for Christmas? I want this, and we get it, and we give it to each other immediately because we can't wait. I don't know what it is. We're weird like that, but this is Tekken 8.
Nice.
It's a
Very
lovely
nice.
game. I'd show you the disc, but it's not in there because I'm a gamer, Mr. Sabertron. 5,000. You can need a
Oh,
big
see,
stick.
now I don't believe that you have it. I think that you just got that cover printed.
He just
So that
reprinted the case.
Yeah, just and then that's a possibility, Sean. It is a possibility because I have an empty case for SVC Chaos on the fucking shelf as well.
And I know you got a guy. So you got a guy. He printed it so that you didn't have to buy the actual game. Okay, cool.
Also another Christmas gift. I showed
The
this
internet's full of conspirations, Will. It's not that
Well,
hard.
yeah, I know. Yeah, if there are dots out there, and no matter how far flung they are from each other, someone will connect them. And thank you, Sean. I also got this for Christmas. This is the
Very pretty.
little PS5 DualSense Pearl necklace controller, and there it is.
Will loves
Yeah.
pearl necklaces.
Yeah. That is a pretty.
My body is ready. But yeah, it's still in the box. I haven't opened it yet. I am
You're
going
gonna
to
keep it sealed, huh?
No, well, until I'm waiting until one of my other stick because I got two controllers. Actually, I got 4 total. Two
How
of
about
them
you?
have, two of them
what
have
you do?
really bad drift.
Do a live opening. Crack open that seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. If you don't do it, Sabertron's gonna say you don't play games.
Oh no, anything but this.
He's gonna attack you on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
And that controller straight from PlayStation Direct because it has the hologram seal on it too.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I wanted to peel the hologram sticker off. And
See, I knew that was going to stop him for a second.
And I just cut my fingernails before the show because I didn't want to show
Look at your fingernails.
Dude, well, I'm showing fucking shit all the time. Like, look, see my fingernails.
Yeah, I don't think that's what we're paying attention to when you do that.
Pay attention to this. Okay, there we go. Hold on, let me get you. I'll open it. I have no qualms about it.
Get some keys.
I just checked my pockets. I don't know if you saw this motion, but it's me checking my pockets.
That can be any motion.
No,
And I don't
it's
want
me
to know
checking my pocket.
Okay.
Calm the hell down.
I mean, it's a pearl necklace PS4.
And this. Oh, this is my favorite thing I got for Christmas this year. This is the it's upside down. Mayflash F700.
Oh, you got it mirrored.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There it is.
Very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I still need to order the artwork because you open it up, you take the buttons out, and then you can put your own custom artwork in there. I got a PlayStation Ain't Dead with the
template thing.
Yeah, I got it. I just got to send it off to Focus Attack, and they'll print it off and send it to me. I mean, I suppose I could. I don't, but it takes you need a big printer. You know what I mean. But yeah. But that's
yeah,
Very
you gotta open up your controller.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it up and get calm down. I also got I got this thing.
It's a credit card holder.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a little card holder, and look at that. Because my other one,
nice.
my other one, the kickstand broke off on my other case, so she got me the case, and then first she got me this, and then she realized it wouldn't fit because of the broken kickstand on my other case wouldn't allow it to. So so she got me this, and
What will Sony think of next?
Look at that. This is from the same people who make those X square triangle X circle palindrome, I think is the company. You guys know what I'm talking about?
The ones with the light
the
setup
lights.
thing.
Yeah. I got one of those for Christmas last
So
year.
it's an officially licensed product then.
It is an officially licensed product. This isn't some no Timo here.
I was about to say.
So it counts.
Got a little magnet. No, did you hear that?
Very nice. Yeah, we did.
That's a little ASMR. Why don't we do an hour of that?
cracking open games and magnets.
I don't know. I dig the case. This, I mean, it has a little pocket so I can stick my ID in there and shit. But no, I got a wallet for all that. Of course, the wallet's this thick, like a Costanza wallet.
Right.
Yes.
In there.
But yeah, I'll open it up. I'll go get a knife. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I don't have to.
Oh, you can go. John could go.
Yeah,
I'll
I should have done
take
first as a
forever.
guest, right? Yeah. So picked up a copy. God, man, this sucks. Days Gone, PS4 copy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Best Buy had that on sale finally. You know, it sucks. VGP had it for like $10 Canadian, and I had already purchased a bunch of shit from them. So, well, I don't want to buy it and have to pay $7 shipping. It made no sense at that point.
Which would have been like what, $8?
American. No. So $10 Canadian, I think it was like $7 American, and then the shipping would have been like, it would have been like $15 when all is said and done to do it that way.
I remember going to Target like months ago, and their game selection it was in shambles.
It's terrible. Yeah.
They were just on a shelf, like all like an individual like hard plastic cases, but they were all in a pile.
Yeah.
And I figured, okay, these are the bargain the bargain bin games.
No,
That's how they
they're full
were.
price. Yeah.
Man, I brought Days Gone up, and it was like $49.99. I was like, okay, that's going right.
Yeah, our Target for a while had like those cardboard boxes, set up on the end cap, and a whole bunch of games load in. Oh, okay, this must be discounted games. No, $60.
Oh,
like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you have a $60 game that's been out for 2 years sitting here on the shelf with a wire and behind a case, but then you have a whole bunch of them sitting on a box. That made no sense to me.
I mean, the first Hyrule Warriors for the Switch, it was in one of those cardboard boxes, and I was like, oh, sweet, this thing's on sale, And it went up, and he's like, yeah, it's like $69. I was like, fucking, this is bullshit.
Other game I got, what is this one? Tale of Paper Refolded.
Very nice.
So got that one.
Yeah, that looks interesting. I need to play.
Yeah, it was like $20, I think, for that one.
Yeah.
And then Best Buy had Prince of Persia on sale, PS5. So grab that. It was like $15. And I noticed that Best Buy was actually doing like free shipping during their holiday sales.
Okay.
So yeah, I picked up a couple games for like $20 a pop at separate times and no shipping costs. So that was good. And then I think I have one more game coming. No, that was it. That's the only one.
Have you played Prince of Persia yet?
No, I haven't. So my wife had her eye on this one a while back, and it was a good deal. It's I think normally 40.
It's a really, really good like 2D platform, like
That's a really good
Metroidvania. The action is fast. If you play like Metroid Dread or something, like you'll be into that.
Nice.
It's really good, very high quality. Probably the best game Ubisoft has come out with in fucking 10 years.
Nice. No, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I haven't played a whole lot of Prince of Persia in a long time, so it'd be fun to jump into that. And then the other one, as I showed earlier, Wife Quest. I got this from Premium Edition Games, so we're gonna do an unboxing for our podcast. So we'll have that up at some point in the near future.
Wait, your podcast.
Yeah, my podcast will be doing an unboxing on it.
You don't need to open it, dude. Don't do that.
What? No, it's not going to be on the podcast. I'm going to do an unboxing video for them.
Don't do that.
Why? Why would I not do that?
Just don't do it. Just leave it sealed forever.
No, I have to do an unboxing for it. I'm actually required to do it.
I asked Will about his Capcom collection. I said, "Oh, did you enjoy the comic?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm not going to open it."
I went online and I read it and I enjoyed it very much. Thank you, John. Why the fuck? I have the game digitally. I bought the game digitally specifically to double dip and keep it sealed forever on the shelf. So what, dude? I'm playing the game.
I'm so anti-digital. Like I remember when I first got my Switch, like one of the first games I bought because I really wanted to play it was Cuphead. Cuphead was available digital for a long time and before it was physical, so I did download it. When the physical came in, I took that digital copy and I deleted it right off the fucking Switch because I don't want to take it up hard drive, man. It's it is what it is.
Anything else for us, John?
Nope, that's it.
That's it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I mean, I had a bunch of other games in recent weeks, but I'm not gonna, I'd have a pile It's tall as
man,
me.
You mean you're gonna have a pile like mine?
no, just
Maybe, I don't know. I had a good bit of games that got in the most recent weeks.
anything of
holiday
note.
sales.
Well, anything of note within arm's reach.
No,
That-
sir.
Well, look
I
at that
do
shelf.
not.
It's not there.
Well, I got right. No, I'm looking on my desk here. No, I got this pretty cool for Christmas. I got this cool One Piece mug. So it's etched. So or thermal bottle. So
Very cool.
yeah, pretty cool piece. Other than that, nope, nothing within arm's reach. Picked up a few pounds, from dessert. That's about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got your message, James. No, sorry, Sean. So,
No, I just put it.
no, John. So yeah, it's fine. All right. No, he'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. So what do you
what
got
did
for
I
us, Sean?
So not video game related, but I pre-ordered this and then Walmart said that it was going to come out October 31st of next year. Well, it came, and it's the Walmart exclusive steelbook of Terrifier 3.
Very nice. I almost got that. Oh crap! My shit's doing the same thing again, Sean.
You're just frozen. I hear you, but
Yeah, I'm gonna close this out and open it up again, and so you're gonna be alone for a minute. So I'll be right back.
All right. So we got that. I gotta put that someplace so I don't scratch it. This week also we got Limited Legacies, a brand new release. Skinny and Franco, Fists of Violence. So this is still available to order on Limited Legacies website. It's supposed to be actually a pretty good beat 'em up Streets of Rage style. It just came like yesterday, so I haven't played it yet. But I hear good things about this game, so check that out. There is a variant cover that you might not get. This is the regular cover. So
I was talking to I don't know who he is or who they are, I should say. Limited Legacy game, and I was like, and I sent him a screenshot of Jason Neifeld getting his, and I was like, you play favorites, and it's showing, and he's like, no, that guy, he's
oh yeah, because I feel got the rare cover, right?
Yeah, he got the noir cover.
All right, so let me bring this over. So before we get into PS5, quickly for the Switch, we got Star Wars Bounty Hunter that finally came in from Limited Run.
Damn, that was out a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, you really didn't need to buy that game.
This is my fourth copy of the game.
Terrible game, dude.
I have the PS4 version, I have the GameCube version, I have the Switch version, and we'll get to the PS5 version that came out. No, the Switch and PS5 just came out. It came out on PS4 like 2 years ago or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I could have sworn I did pre-order a long time ago.
Yeah.
The Switch wasn't part of it when they did the pre-order years ago.
The Switch was part of when it came out on the PS5 physically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got the collector's edition for the PS4 when it first came out, like
Gotcha.
a long time ago. So we got Taito Milestones 3. So this is a collection of arcade games. It has Bubble Bobble, Warrior Blade, Rainbow Islands, Kadash, Rastan Saga, Rastan 2, Thunder Fox. Man, Thunder Fox. It reminds me of like a porn. All right.
Those are those are games on TurboGrafx, I think.
These are the arcade ports. These are the actual arcade ports. So the I got my I already showed this on for PS5, but I got Fantasian Neo Dimension game.
Didn't you mention you wanted that, John?
Well, that one, Fantasia.
Yeah, I thought you said that on your last show, or maybe.
I didn't say it, but I have had my eye on it. So it came out on PS5 as well, right? You said?
Yeah, PS5, Switch. I
looked it up the other day, and all I saw was Steam for some reason.
Oh no!
don't know why.
It just came out. And the thing is, it's Square Enix. Yeah, I know. Final Fantasy just got a reprint. A lot of Square Enix games do not get reprints. A lot, quote unquote.
Yeah,
and
PS1 games.
They're typically in the store, and then that's it. So this has everything a collector wants on it. It's written and done by the guy that did the original Final Fantasy. It's got the guy that did the soundtrack for Final Fantasy.
It plays like an old school RPG, right?
Yeah. So, all right. For PS5, we got a lot.
Damn. Sorry to interrupt again here.
Go for it.
If I buy that off Amazon right now for PS5, it's delayed until February 5th.
Yeah. No, it sold out like really quick. It was kind of tough to find.
I guess they gotta reprint them. I guess. Huh?
And John, when I was initially looking for that game, the only place I could find it was Amazon. I couldn't find it on Best Buy or GameStop.
Yeah.
So
it's already $61 on like Walmart's third-party reselling.
Yeah.
Oh.
It came out 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, FOMO.
Yeah, might as well buy it right now, right?
Buy it now.
You want me to buy it right now?
Yeah,
buy it
right now.
All right, I'll buy it right now.
And then I want to hear from you when VGP sends you that email. We got the reprint.
Oh, that's cool. So the reprint will be the same price, $50.
Yeah.
So I'm legit gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it right now.
Go for it. I really don't think that game will at least give it a year. People are going to be like, oh shit, I should have gotten that game. It's going to be another one of those games. So Red Arc Games, you got it?
Yeah, there you go. Look.
Oh boy, there we go.
There you go. Well, you can't really see it, but
your screen disappeared.
Yeah, it just disappeared. Yeah, but I got it.
Confirmed. The new
February
Red Arc
3rd.
Games release, Brock the Investigator. I guess it's a beat 'em up, but also like an investigation game at the same time. This is the exclusive edition. It's kind of neat. It has like Braille on the cover.
Braille.
Yeah, it does.
Are you sure that's Braille, or
It's
you're
not
rubbing on
Braille.
his shorts? You know?
No, it's totally Braille. And I wonder if that's
just this area has Braille.
I wonder if it has something to do with like the game. So that's
I don't know. It's just one piece of Braille here, one dot.
The word look more. It's textured.
So here's one I could cry about. East Asia Soft exclusive. Zwan Sword.
Oh yeah.
So this baby just came in. It's number 521. So I could cry about this because I think about a year or two ago before they announced this, I did buy the Asian version that has English, which is one of like the most expensive fucking PS4 games. So it was like $250 or something, and then here we go with this. All right,
is that the first one?
I don't think
it's a collection. Like what?
I don't think it's the first game. This is the Gate of Ferment. It's just one that was never released in the US. I don't know how many of these games are. There's a lot of these games.
Yeah,
in Asia.
I just bought. I think it was 7 came out on the PS5.
Yeah. But for instance, the PS4 version was like always sought after. And the only way that you could get it was like a Korean version that had fucking English or something.
Oh.
This one will be staying sealed because I already own it opened. I just got this for the variant purpose of it. It is Tekken 8, but it's the Amazon launch edition, and it comes with a controller skin. And the only reason I'm actually keeping it sealed is the only thing that says Amazon launch edition, it's a sticker on the plastic and sticker there. So that's that. There's my Okami. All right. Ooh, FOMO.
Fake
FOMO.
comer.
Not a fake comer. No.
No, I can tell.
Not a fake cover. All real.
Fake disc and everything. Wow.
Yeah,
Good
right.
repro.
Sean, you got taken.
All right. Let me go through them quicker. Star Wars Bounty Hunter that came in for the PS5 as well, because it needed that. Here's one I'm pissed off about because I ordered it, and when I was looking on VGP, I see that the ESRB version is coming out. Sociable Soccer 25. Yeah, that's gonna be so now I have to buy it twice.
That mysteriously looks like a rainbow on there, Sean. Are you where are your sensitivity settings at?
This is one that goes with the gay pride headset in the back of the closet. That's what that's all right. All right.
The back
You're
of
gonna
the
title this
closet
episode
with your
"Equality in
text-
Gaming."
You want to talk about quality of gaming? Look at this baby. Look at this baby coming up right now.
It's like a Barbie game. We'll see.
Fantasy
Oh, damn,
Friends.
man.
Dream words.
Why would you even buy that?
He's a
Well-
completionist, dude.
I don't know, man. Completion has gone too far, I feel.
This one looks interesting. Perp Games. Bleak Faith Forsaken.
That looks good.
Hell yeah, on your freaking Barbie game.
You mind,
yeah.
you mind flipping that one around, actually?
Yeah.
The bleak one, can you flip that around?
Explore the last remains of civilization in this vast interconnected world, a journey unlike others.
I'll write that one
So
down.
it looks like some sort of adventure type game.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at perp games, but I'm not going to get into it now.
Why you made a perp game? You hate
I
every
told
fucking
you.
game company. What is up with that?
I hate video games, dude. I think I do. I really do. I hate this hobby.
For some strange reason, this is only a PAL release. Little Nightmares 2 Enhanced Edition.
Oh, the enhanced edition specifically. Okay.
Well, Little Nightmares 2 alone for the PS4. I don't know why it didn't get an ESRB.
It's on PS4.
I thought it did get an ESRB release.
Yeah, for PS4, but
PS4.
why not
Okay,
release
yeah,
the
not
PS5
PS5,
version?
yeah.
Kind of
Okay.
weird. I know the third one's coming out soon.
I'm gonna tag VGP. They'll get it for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Actually,
Papatora, which the story behind this thing is the company Feardemic originally sold these on their website for like $15 a piece or something,
Mhm.
and then subsequently, like 8 months later, canceled everybody's order, only for Meridian to pick it up and say, "Okay, fine, we'll put it out." So
paper games could be their own genre. There's so freaking many paper games out there. It's weird.
oh, they're eco-friendly, man. Eco-conscious.
Yeah,
That looks
paper.
pretty. That looks pretty
paper-
cool. Oh,
paper disc.
it's a point-click adventure game.
Oh, this one I actually played today as well. I forgot to put this in what I played. It's called Bow something. I forget what it's called. This game is awesome. I put about like 2 hours into it before the podcast tonight. It's a pretty standard Metrovania. Kind of some hard end bosses. Frustrating. I am really surprised this has not come out in the United States yet. I have a feeling it probably will because it is Marvelous. So, VGP and Marvelous, they're like this now.
That's Path of Teal
shut up.
Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Shut up, John.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know what? I actually do think that's coming out.
I think it is.
ESRB, yeah, because I want to say it came up on my recommended.
Well, I know people are clamoring about it, or like they're hesitant on getting this. This is the Korean version. When I was on PlayAsia yesterday looking at it, because I grabbed a screenshot for it, to put on my app. It literally said on PlayAsia that the Korean version is out of print. So you can still get the Japanese version. They both have English. So, Withering Runes for Perp Games. Looks like an interesting
Games.
Looks like an interesting horror game. 2.5 RPG. It has like a
cool again?
really nice heavy manual in it too. It's very nice. It's called
writing down these
Withering
games.
Withering Runes. Yeah, Perp games are like they every week they're coming out with new games, but they're all PAL, and you don't know which ones will get an ESRB. So
Yeah, no, I mean I'm cool, pal. Not a big deal.
The here's the this is the PlayStation app killer right here. 5-in-1 Spiel Clashner.
I'm not writing that one down. Hey, it's got Rummy. That's pretty cool.
It's got Rummy, Connect 4, Backgammon.
Does it have online connectivity to play with Germans?
I can't. I don't know. It probably only works in Germany. So German exclusive, guys. 5-in-1. Another German exclusive. Memorha. Now
I saw gonorrhea right away.
This looks like a puzzle game. So the problem is with these, I don't know if any of these have English at all. So I can't tell you if
there's a rainbow on there. Sense a theme.
Oh, it's this is the company that puts out all of the German exclusives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mark Technic.
Glockenspiel 5000.
So basically, you go to Amazon Germany, you just type in Mark Technic, and you'll get a whole list of all of the German exclusives because that's the only company that puts these out. Another one, Morhahen, Run and Jump, Schlotz Jaeger 2.
Do you have the first one?
Crazy Chicken. Yeah, he just showed it to me at the top.
I got a bunch of Crazy Chickens. All right. So the sequel's a German exclusive. This one I'm surprised is a German exclusive. I feel like it should be more readily available. This is Iron Wings. They're
called Iron Cross, but they changed their mind.
I wasn't gonna go there, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, there's a reason that's exclusive to Germany.
No.
I was supposed to say 9.
No, this has been out on the Switch for quite a while. There's a PAL version on the Switch. I just don't know why got this just German. What came into Pixel Heart? We got Astro Bros, and we got Demons of Asperg. Those came in.
Demons of what? Asperger's and shit.
It's Demons of Asperger's.
It's a hentai title.
These are really awesome games by Neofeed Studios. They came out originally about like a year or two ago for the Genesis. And it was subsequently you can get it from the Genesis. They put it on the Evercade. Now you can get it on the PS5. If you like Castlevania or whatnot, these are the games that you like. They're straight up like Castlevania type games.
How many more games you got, Sean?
3.
I got to pee.
I don't know what this is. It smells like a mushroom.
That's going to be an ESRB release as well, I think.
I hope not, because I don't want to buy it again. 100% vegan edition. I don't know. It actually looks kind of good. So, it looks like it's a 3D platformer shooter. It says. Actually, I hope that it doesn't get an ESRB because they sent it to me with a big fucking hole in the back of the cover. Look at that.
Oh damn.
Yeah, now I'm pissed.
It's on Amazon.
This one I got off of Amazon. Yeah.
That's where I saw it as well.
Yeah. Also got the Gap limited edition. Nice little slipcover.
What's that one about?
This is you have to the guy's determined to cure his family's strange illness. Joshua will have to face his darkest moments of the past and try to save the life of his life and his memories through haunting deja vu. So it looks like some sort of like exploration, like weird.
Yeah. It smells like a mushroom. Looks like it's just a PAL. I don't see anything on ESRB.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything. So
yeah, these games come up. Yeah, these games come up all the time. I look at them like, it might be of interest. I'll add it to my wish list and then just don't touch it.
And this is the last one. This one looks like a cool shmup. Rogue Flight. Another Perp Games. It looks like it's for from the rear perspective. Shmup.
Dude, don't. That's too easy. I'm not
Yeah,
going
I knew he was going to say something.
there. Low hanging fruit.
But Perp does a really nice job. It comes with like a nice
I do, yeah.
postcard. And like I said, like a very nice manual, very thick.
Hey, Will, did you open up that controller?
No, I was waiting for Sean to get finished.
Okay, all right.
And that's it, guys. I didn't get much this week, so sorry I took over your time up.
At the request
Literally, 10 of them came in today. I wasn't even expecting them. I don't fucking. I ordered them like weeks ago.
At the request of our guests, I'm going to open this thing up. I tried in between to get the hollow sticker off, but I just peeled the clear layer off the hollow sticker. Here's the backside of my old case, as you can see where the kickstand broke off, and there's my old hollow sticker. Oh, and my Sticker Mule sticker. In fact, go to Sticker Mule, buy our T-shirt. Just search PlayStation 8 Dead. Yeah, you can find first shirts there. Not that we make any money off of them, but you guys can. All right, so let's see here. How does this look?
This is complicated, dude. Have you ever opened a box? You've never opened a box before, have you?
Oh God, I don't know how to open a box.
He doesn't play games. He keeps them sealed.
I just don't want to ruin the box.
You even crack open that Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen game?
Those have been played. Those have been played and finished.
Oh, I thought they were graded.
No, that was trickery on my part.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sure.
But there we go. There it is. It's in there. You guys hope you're happy.
No, not happy till we see the controller.
It's in here.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna take your word for it. You could have gotten hat as well.
No, I'm not Sean.
Yeah. What if it's not it?
I got it from PlayStation Direct.
What if it's a black controller in there?
Yeah. See, you don't know until you open it up.
Yeah, I'll be fine with it because I don't care what the color of the controller I'm using is.
Equality in gaming, Sean. You got to keep in mind.
So let this be known. This is his third controller, right?
This is actually my fifth
controller. I've been telling him for like 2 years to buy the Pro Elite controller, but he doesn't want to spend the money on it. He's already doubled
That looks nice.
I like it.
Controller.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah, the box doesn't do it justice.
No, not at all. That just looks like a standard white controller in a box.
Yeah, it looks all white, but yeah, that's got some.
Yeah,
that's definitely pearl.
Yeah.
Look at that. There you go.
You can put it on your neck too. No.
God, calm the hell down.
I mean, you were rubbing your neck earlier, so I was just curious.
He can only use that controller. He can only use that controller after Labor Day or something.
Oh, there you go. Somebody screen capped that one.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah. There's the Christmas controller. It's opened, and
nice.
The pearl is nice. It's like a mother of pearl, but no, it's not as a mother.
I don't know.
My pearls. It's a nice pearl.
Yeah, it looks like pearl.
It's got nice. It has nice luster.
Do you guys remember that Pale Queen?
What?
the old infomercial, The Secret to Asian Women's Beautiful Skin was Pale Queen.
No, I don't remember this.
I'm gonna have to find it on YouTube and send it to you guys. But yeah, there it is. But there's the controller. All right, guys, let's we're on the home stretch here. Oh no, Jesus. Let's wrap this show up. I
felt like I was on the goddamn fucking billboard in Times Square, right?
Whoa! Jeez, that would be hard to watch. Fucking video games.
Cookies. I want cookies.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Video Game Shit Posting.
All right, so you lose subscribers right there.
People, it upsets people, and
and they keep coming back for more. So.
They're listening at work. Say, oh yeah, you got to listen to these guys.
Oh no, God Scar! Like they're not a gamer. That's gotta be. I'm making that meme at some point. All right, Real quick, let's start off with. Oh no, that's just
you pulled that out of the archive.
that's just it stays in here. It's been in here for weeks. It's just
it's obligatory.
Yeah. The host thinly veiled effort to so here we go.
He keeps trying to send me feet pictures of himself.
No, that's not true. He's telling
you're only getting feet pictures.
Lucky you.
Meanwhile, at VGP headquarters,
it's a lot of reprints.
Here we go. Massive improvement. Game could be playable. Let's see. Witcher 4 is cooked. There's the crew in 2012. It's a whole bunch of dudes, and there's 2020. It's just women. Whamming.
They are all fired now.
This is a Call of Duty, but Sean, I don't know if you've ever played the older Call of Duties, but there's girls on the yacht, and then there's boys on the yacht. What's this one? Yeah, more sightings in the U.S.
Nice.
Let's see. I like this one. In the end, Hercules, Meg, and the other gods lived happily ever after until Kratos showed up. That's
Nice.
all. This is John shared this one with me. Dragon Age writers seeing their game get review bombed. You like that one, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna get that tattooed onto me.
Yeah, this is funny because you said this earlier, John. From the studio that brought you a bunch of games that came out 20 years ago, where almost none of the original developers are still in the studio.
Oh yeah.
This is $956 of groceries. How are we supposed to live like this? Yeah, this one's really dark. Yeah, I'm going to show it anyway. 6-year-olds with their brand new 3DS at their grandparents' opening.
Oh my god! You don't make that better. The Game Boy with the printer.
No.
Game Boy camera printer.
I think I stole this one from Joe Rad. Oh, there it is. We may delete your purchased games from your library whenever you want. Me, yeah. Let's see if you can try.
Nice.
Now here's some Christmas ones. So I guess this show was closer to Christmas than the last show was to Christmas. So I'm gonna bust out the Christmas ones. Here we go. It takes the fun out of it when all the gifts are digital downloads.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas noobs. Tomorrow there will be tons of kids hopping online with a new fighting game for the first time, and there's nothing more important than giving them an experience they'll never forget. So let's all do our best to put them in the fucking blender. No remorse. Or Merry Christmas, yo.
I have been loving COD the past 2 days. I mean, all the fucking noobs. I'm like, dude, I've diamonded 8 guns in the past 3 days.
Yeah, these Christmas noobs are a yearly tradition. That's enough Christmas music. Play some Silent Hill 2 soundtrack.
Nice.
What's this? This year, get your kid a Sega. No, I got a Nintendo 64. Poor bastard.
Did you see that they're talking about potentially releasing their own service for Sega games?
A what?
Like a Xbox Game Pass type service, but for Sega specifically.
Would it be available? Would it be available to consoles?
I don't know. That's just something I saw recently. A photo came up, and I'm just thinking, well, yeah, I guess we all like Sonic that much, or we pay a monthly subscription for it.
I guess it would be the same as what EA Play, right? EA Sports or EA, whatever. The fuck,
probably
EA Games.
Yeah.
You know, another fucking subscription service that you have to put on top. It's the first I'm hearing about it, and I don't like it. So
I don't like it.
Hell.
Yeah, what the hell game is this? It's a Sega game. I've played it before.
Altered Beast.
Altered Beast. Thank you. Look at Buff Santa. He's fucking.
That's a big Santa.
I'm not sure if I showed this one last week or not, but here it is. Santa comes down the chimney. Santa says you made the naughty list. Santa has an HP bar. Carol of the Bells starts playing. The lyrics kick in Latin.
I need you to send me that one.
You did not show that last week.
Okay.
I'm gonna need that one in my inbox. I got a few people that would appreciate it.
Mom seeing you open the PS5 on Christmas. Mom seeing you play the PS5. Let's see what else we got here. Game. Stealth is optional for this mission. Me. It still counts as stealth if no one lives to tell about it.
Exactly. That's the way
Nice.
that's the way I fucking play. I hate stealth games. God, I hate stealth games.
And an optional commentary would be JRPG. That's what that is. There we go. Samurai Jack is about to skyrocket in price. Just got delisted everywhere. Same as PGP.
I have a feeling you made that one.
No, dude, what gave you that idea? Let's see. Here we go. Dad, what is 120 frames per second? We don't know, son. We're console gamers.
That's a good one.
I think that this from Hunter Houston. I can thank him for that one. This happened to Sean the other day. Controller battery level is low. 1 hour later, the controller dies. Sean. Every time we play Call of Duty, he flies into a rage every time. His controller dies. There's other Call of
I love the fucking Elite controller, but the goddamn battery life is like 3 hours on the fucking thing, man. It dies constantly on me.
Well, get a second one. Finally found the programmer responsible for the anti-cheat system in Black Ops 6. I hate AI.
Is
dude.
that
I
a
really
bucket
do.
for mayo?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like this. And last one of the evening. This is the Scorpions.
I paid to see that.
That's a real band too. God.
I hate AI, dude. Shit. All right, and that's been this week's segment. Yeah, it's video game shit posting.
Extra long.
Was that your audio?
No, Sean sent me that one.
You should see the ones out that got kicked to the curb.
I think that brings us to the end. That brings us to the end of our show. John, tell everybody about you. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them where they can hear from you.
You can find the Game Deflators on the GameDeflators.com. You can also find us on our social handles at Game Deflators on X, at the Game Deflators on everywhere else, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and Blue Sky. We are also on YouTube, so you can watch us on there, or you can listen on your favorite podcast app.
He says this at the top of every show, and I was just
Every show. Every show.
I hear it every Monday on my drive into work.
Yeah. Have you bought a t-shirt yet? You can buy a t-shirt on the GameDeflators.com.
I have not. Gorgeous. Just got here. Bye. Eat a dick, Gore. All right. So from myself, from Sean, and from John, thank you everybody for stopping in. We appreciate everybody who watches and this, that, and the other. You can find us. You can find us here. You can find us there. You can find us in a boat with a goat. And we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
Oh, this is incredible. I can't believe that we're here right now. Just shut up for like a minute. Shut up.
Real trap shit. Trapaholics. We make it look easy. Fuck with your boys.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Okay, that
PlayStation ain't dead.